tolerates her, Camilla has always been a little afraid of William.
She's definitely one of those people who has stirred up the pot, but done it so expertly and so quietly and behind the scenes.
A shocking moment in the British monarchy left Queen Camilla deeply embarrassed and in tears. Prince William made an unexpected decision to reject Camilla's request to include her son in a royal event, forcing King Charles into a difficult position between his wife and son.
She hasn't, no. She's more of a soft influencing, modest.
Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless.
But how did tensions escalate to such a dramatic point? Prince William is not just a royal family member, he is the future King of England. Born on June 21st, 1982 at St Mary's Hospital in London, he was immediately thrust into the public eye as the firstborn of King Charles III and the beloved Princess Diana. His every action carries immense weight, impacting not only himself, but also the monarchy as a whole. Over the years, he has skillfully balanced tradition and modernity, undertaking significant responsibilities such as diplomatic engagements and leading charitable initiatives focused on mental health and environmental conservation. The weight of responsibility increased for William after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. As the newly appointed Prince of Wales, he moved even closer to the throne, bringing more public and media scrutiny. Meanwhile, the royal family was still dealing with the aftermath of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2020 departure.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle focusing on their exit from official royal life. The book claims Meghan struggled to settle into her new family and places some blame on Duchess Kate.
A highly publicized event that sent shockwaves through the monarchy. In this uncertain period, William became the family's stabilizing force, working to uphold its integrity and strength. Despite managing external pressures, an internal struggle was brewing between William and Queen Camilla. Her place within the royal family had always been a sensitive issue.
Prince Charming has a temper, and it all stems from Camilla. Here's how he really feels about her.
Once entangled in the well-known love triangle with Charles and Diana, Camilla never fully gained the public's approval, particularly among those who remained devoted to Diana's memory. Her transition from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort after Charles's ascension only deepened these tensions. For William, Camilla's growing influence within the monarchy posed a personal challenge. His mother, Diana, was more than just a parent. She was a guiding force who shaped his values and worldview.
And it was, I think, that infectious enthusiasm and the energy that she had that really rubbed off on me for causes such as this.
Because she was very good at getting the message across, wasn't she?
Yes, yeah, she's very good, yeah.
Her tragic passing in 1997 left a lasting scar, and while he publicly accepted Camilla's role in the family, their private relationship was far more complicated. For years, he struggled to balance his duty to his father with his loyalty to his mother's legacy. At first, William and Camilla maintained a formal but distant relationship. However, as her influence within the monarchy grew, so did his discomfort. With King Charles now in charge, Camilla assumed a more prominent role, accompanying him at significant royal events and asserting greater authority. William, who was now actively shaping the future of the monarchy, found that some of Camilla's increasing power conflicted with his own vision for the institution.
Camilla had told friends at this point that she was surprised at the unexpected side to William that she had found.
What had once been a subtle tension became increasingly pronounced. The situation came to a head when Camilla requested that her son be included in a royal event, a request that William firmly denied.
You know, differently to our other generations, and I very much feel if I can do it myself, I want to do it myself. And there are times when you can't do it yourself and the system takes over, or it's appropriate to do things differently.
The decision left many stunned, especially Camilla, who was visibly shaken and humiliated. This moment not only intensified the growing rift between them, but also put King Charles in an unenviable position, caught between his son and his wife. William's refusal was more than just a rejection. It was a strong statement about his vision for the monarchy's future.
But it's about finding your own way at the right time, and if you're not careful, duty can sort of weigh you down an awful lot at a very early age, and I think
As the royal family continues to navigate these internal conflicts, one question remains. How will this growing tension impact the future of the British monarchy? The grand charity event at Windsor Castle was designed to be an evening of elegance, unity and tradition. A dazzling display of the monarchy's unwavering dedication to philanthropy. Royals, esteemed guests and influential figures gathered within the historic halls to support significant causes. However, beneath the meticulously crafted veneer of grace and prestige, tension simmered just below the surface, turning what was meant to be a symbol of stability into an unexpected power struggle between Prince William and Queen Camilla.
as someone who lives with his own grief, I also know that what often matters most to the bereaved.
Queen Camilla has had to cancel her royal engagements this week.
At the heart of the controversy was Camilla's eldest son, Tom Parker Bowles, a renowned food critic and author who had long been associated with royal circles, yet had never been officially acknowledged in state affairs.
Queen consort Camilla Parker Bowles and her family are at the centre of media attention, but it turns out her son, Tom Parker Bowles, is no stranger to the spotlight or getting himself into trouble.
Unlike senior royals bound by protocol, Tom had always been viewed as an outsider, uninterested in the rigid formalities of royal life. Camilla, now Queen consort, had sought to redefine those boundaries by securing a place for her son at the event, a move she saw as a natural step toward family unification. However, Prince William saw things differently. To him, the monarchy's strength relied on a strict foundation of tradition and hierarchy. Despite Tom's close connections, his lack of royal blood meant his presence at such a significant event would set a precedent. William was unwilling to entertain. Camilla's request was met with firm resistance, and when the official guest list was confirmed, Tom's name was conspicuously absent. Camilla, unwilling to accept the decision without a fight, made several appeals, but William remained resolute. The tension reached a boiling point on the night of the event. As guests arrived in their finest attire, welcomed by the grandeur of Windsor Castle's gates, an unexpected scene unfolded. Tom Parker Bowles, expecting to attend alongside his mother, was reportedly turned away at the entrance by security acting under strict orders.
And it was totally my fault. You know, I knew full well that with the name that I had, I shouldn't go around.
The moment was both humiliating and revealing. An undeniable display of the unyielding boundaries that separated Camilla's family from the monarchy's inner circle. For Queen Camilla, the public nature of the exclusion was devastating. Though she maintained a composed facade for the cameras, those near her noted her visible discomfort. The absence of her son was more than just a logistical issue. It was a stark reminder that, despite her elevated status, certain doors within the monarchy would remain closed to her family. Her embarrassment was evident, and those witnessing the exchange saw a rare moment of vulnerability from the usually composed royal. Royal insiders suggest that William's decision was not motivated by personal malice, but by his unwavering commitment to upholding the monarchy's reputation. The prince, known for his calculated approach to royal obligations, perceived Camilla's attempt to integrate her family into such high-profile events as a potential disruption to established boundaries. To him, maintaining the monarchy's stability outweighed personal grievances, even if it meant creating a rift within the family. The fallout from the event left lingering tensions between Camilla and William, a silent yet significant divide within the royal household. That evening, Windsor Castle hosted a prestigious charity event, with guests reveling in the splendour of the meticulously arranged royal affair. However, for Camilla, the night was overshadowed by an unmistakable absence. Her son, Tom Parker, was not present. More than just an oversight, his exclusion had been a deliberate choice, made by none other than Prince William himself. For a woman who had fought tirelessly to establish her place within the monarchy, this decision served as a painful reminder that certain barriers remained. Camilla, despite her title, was still subject to limitations within the royal hierarchy. Those close to her revealed that she was momentarily speechless upon learning of William's decision. Over the years, she had faced relentless scrutiny from both the public and the media. But this was different. This was a rejection from within the family she had worked so hard to unite. Camilla had always balanced her dual roles as a mother and a queen, with remarkable skill. Yet Tom's exclusion was a stark indication of her limited influence. Her instinct was to protect her children, but in this case, she knew that pushing back too forcefully could jeopardize the fragile harmony she had painstakingly cultivated. Instead of openly challenging William, she chose quiet resilience, suppressing her frustration rather than escalating the conflict. While outwardly, William and Camilla maintained a cordial relationship, there were deeper, unspoken tensions between them. William had publicly accepted Camilla's role alongside his father, but insiders suggest that he remained deeply protective of his late mother, Princess Diana's legacy. His decision to exclude Tom Parker may have felt, to him, like a way to honour that legacy, ensuring that Diana's influence was not overshadowed. Allowing Camilla's son to become too involved in royal events might have been perceived as a betrayal of the mother he lost. This incident not only revealed personal conflicts, but also highlighted the broader power struggles within the monarchy. William's choice reinforced his role as a guardian of royal tradition.
Prince William has resumed minor royal duties,
standing firm in his belief that duty must always come before personal relationships. For Camilla, however, it was a stark reminder that despite her high status, her past would always follow her. Ultimately, this moment showcased the enduring challenges within the royal family, a constant negotiation between history, tradition, and personal bonds. As the monarchy moves forward, the question remains, are these struggles merely echoes of the past, or is the battle for influence within the palace only just beginning? Amid the grandeur of King Charles and Queen Camilla's coronation, one moment stood out starkly, catching the eyes of keen observers. As the newly anointed monarchs processed down the aisle, every member of the congregation bowed in respect to King Charles. However, when Queen Camilla walked past, an eerie silence filled the air. No heads turned. This visual display of unspoken discontent was not a coincidence, but a clear manifestation of frustrations that had been simmering beneath the surface for months. The source of this cold reception stemmed from Queen Camilla's controversial guest list. She had reportedly invited 20 of her closest friends and family members, including her son, Tom Parker Bowles, while excluding key figures instrumental in her journey to the throne. Among those omitted were individuals who had once been her most ardent allies, champions of her integration into the royal family. Their absence was glaring, and the decision to prioritise her inner circle over those who had supported her ascent did not go unnoticed. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, felt the sting of this exclusion. Their concealed anger was evident beneath the carefully maintained decorum of the day. Known for her poise and elegance, Catherine made a deliberate choice to withhold the expected courtesies from Camilla, an omission that spoke volumes. Even Prince Harry, despite his own complicated relationship with the royal family, reportedly shared in the frustration, acknowledging how his stepmother's actions had further deepened existing rifts. The repercussions of Camilla's guest list extended well beyond the coronation ceremony. When it came time for Prince William to manage the invitations for the prestigious Windsor Charity Gala, he made a decision that sent a clear message. Tom Parker Bowles' name was omitted. This was no oversight or mere mistake. It was a calculated response, a declaration that loyalty within the royal family was not to be taken for granted and that past grievances were not easily forgotten. The media wasted no time seizing upon the unfolding drama. British tabloids eagerly dissected the latest royal rift, each offering its own perspective on the escalating tensions within the monarchy. Some portrayed Prince William's decision as a firm stance to uphold royal dignity and tradition, while others framed it as a painful reminder of the barriers Camilla's family continued to face within the royal fold. The exclusion of Tom Parker Bowles from such a significant event was no trivial matter. It was a statement, one that the press dissected from every angle. Social media erupted with debate, further amplifying the divide. Many staunch royalists praised Prince William, applauding his commitment to protocol and seeing his actions as a necessary step to preserve the monarchy's integrity. To them, this reaffirmed the traditional hierarchy where bloodline and duty took precedence over personal relationships. On the other hand, sympathisers of Queen Camilla and her family viewed it as an implicit rejection, a sign that their efforts to find full acceptance within the monarchy remained unfulfilled. As speculation mounted, royal insiders fueled the intrigue with whispers of long-standing tensions behind palace doors. Sources suggested that this was not an isolated incident, but rather a glimpse into a deeper, ongoing struggle within the House of Windsor. Journalists drew connections to past conflicts, illustrating a monarchy still fractured beneath its polished exterior. Analysts weighed in on the broader implications, questioning what this latest episode signified for the future of the royal family and whether these divisions would ever truly heal. Within the majestic walls of the palace, where family matters often intertwine with state affairs, King Charles found himself at the centre of a delicate situation that required both diplomacy and authority. This was no ordinary familial disagreement. It was a growing public relations crisis that could potentially overshadow the monarchy. For a family that meticulously crafts its public image, this moment fractured the facade of unity, subtly exposing the underlying divisions within the royal household. The monarchy, long seen as an institution of tradition and order, was now navigating an internal conflict with far-reaching consequences. One could argue that William's decision marked a turning point in the monarchy's dynamics. Was this a strategic effort to redefine power within the family? Or was it merely an unavoidable clash between age-old customs and modern familial ties? One thing was certain. This was no mere oversight. It was a deliberate choice made with full awareness of its repercussions, one that would resonate both inside the palace and in the public sphere. Insiders close to the palace revealed that King Charles, always composed and measured in his leadership, understood the sensitivity of the matter. Both Queen Camilla and Prince William were integral to his reign, making it imperative that he navigated this discord without appearing biased. William's choice to exclude Tom Parker Bowles was not rooted in personal animosity, but rather in his unwavering commitment to royal protocol. Charles, while respecting his son's dedication to tradition, was acutely aware of the broader implications of this exclusion. This was not simply a matter of invitations. It was a defining moment that could either reinforce the monarchy's unity or expose its fractures. Privately, Charles acknowledged William's perspective, appreciating the rationale behind his decision, while gently urging him to consider the long-term impact on the family. At the same time, Camilla too needed reassurance. Her son's exclusion sent a profound message, one that could rekindle old wounds and reinforce the perception that her family remained on the periphery. In private discussions, Charles reportedly comforted her, emphasizing that Tom's absence in no way diminished her value as queen or as a mother. His carefully chosen words were meant to reaffirm her place within the monarchy while subtly advocating for a sense of understanding rather than resentment. Recognizing that a silent resolution was no longer feasible, Charles took a decisive step by calling a private family meeting. His goal was not merely to address an immediate dispute, but to safeguard the monarchy's public image. He brought together those at the heart of the conflict, aiming to ease tensions before they escalated further. During this critical discussion, Charles reminded both William and Camilla of a fundamental truth. The monarchy's strength has always relied on unity. With the world watching, even the slightest sign of discord could jeopardize the stability that the institution had worked tirelessly to maintain. With his characteristic poise, Charles urged them to set aside personal grievances and focus on their collective responsibilities. Being royal was not just about titles and traditions. It was about upholding the values that had defined the institution for generations. In a time of heightened public scrutiny, the last thing the monarchy needed was an internal rift laid bare for the world to see. The meeting concluded without ceremony, yet its significance lingered. The choices made in that room would determine not just the personal relationships within the royal family, but also the public's perception of the monarchy's strength and resilience.
50 people working with a London charity.
The Windsor charity event was meant to project unity, a carefully curated display of cordial smiles, polite exchanges, and an atmosphere of reconciliation. The public, ever watchful, saw what seemed to be a moment of harmony among the royals. However, those well-versed in palace affairs recognised the deeper reality, a rift, long unhealed and simmering beneath the surface, particularly between Prince William and Queen Camilla. At the heart of this understated conflict lay an unspoken power struggle that had been brewing since Camilla's ascension alongside King Charles III. William, fiercely protective of royal customs, had long harboured doubts about her role within the monarchy. His scepticism only deepened as history seemed to overshadow the legacy of his mother, Princess Diana. Conversely, Camilla had spent years striving for acceptance, both from the British public and the very institution that had once rejected her. Though she wore the crown, William continued to question her legitimacy. The tension became evident through subtle but deliberate choices. William's decision to exclude Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son, from select royal events sent a clear message. While the public might have dismissed it as a minor oversight within palace walls, it spoke volumes. Tom's absence was no accident. It was a statement. William was drawing a line, subtly reinforcing that despite Camilla's position, her family would never truly belong within the monarchy's inner circle. But Tom was not the first of Camilla's family to face such an exclusion. William had previously distanced himself from her sister as well, setting a precedent that Camilla's lineage would not redefine royal traditions. Though both William and Camilla understood that an outright confrontation was not an option, their silent battle for influence persisted. The monarchy's survival relied on a public facade of harmony, yet behind closed doors, their ideological divide remained stark. King Charles, recognizing the weight of these tensions, had consistently advocated for unity. Unity above all else, he had insisted, making his expectations clear. Whether true reconciliation was ever possible remained uncertain. Yet one thing was undeniable. This moment, this struggle for dominance within the palace, would not be easily forgotten. Despite the carefully maintained illusion of peace, whispers among royal staff hinted at an uneasy truce that could shatter at any moment. The monarchy's future hung in the balance, not because of a single dispute, but due to conflicting visions. Camilla, eager to cement her legacy alongside Queen Elizabeth II, sought recognition and lasting influence. William, steadfast in his belief that tradition should remain intact at all costs, saw himself as the guardian of the institution's historical integrity. For now, they maintained a fragile coexistence, bound by duty and obligation. The cameras captured fleeting moments of unity, brief exchanges that satisfied the public eye. But beyond the palace doors, a quiet but fierce battle continued to shape the monarchy's future. The question remained: could King Charles truly enforce unity, Or was the royal family more fragmented than ever, merely covering up their rifts with a smile? Queen Camilla is reportedly distressed following a major decision made by Prince William regarding royal finances. This decision, unveiled in the combined annual report on July 24th, marks a significant shift in the workings of the Duchy of Cornwall. After nearly 2 decades of service, Annabel Elliot, a renowned interior designer and Camilla's younger sister, will no longer receive payments for her design services in the 2023 to 2024 fiscal year. The move signifies a departure from past traditions and highlights Prince William's commitment to modernising the financial operations of the Duchy. Annabel Elliot's association with the Duchy began in 2005 when King Charles, then the Duke of Cornwall, appointed her as the lead designer for his estates. Her role encompassed the decoration and renovation of multiple properties, including high-end rental cottages in Cornwall, Wales, and the Isles of Scilly. Over the years, her work played a crucial role in elevating the aesthetic and functional aspects of these properties. Her contributions were well compensated, with reports indicating that by September 2022, she had received approximately $25,000 in fees and commissions, along with around $115,000 for acquiring furniture, furnishings, and retail inventory for the Duchy's estates. The financial support for Annabel's work primarily stemmed from the Duchy of Cornwall, a vast estate designed to generate revenue for the heir to the British throne. King Charles oversaw its management until his ascension to the throne in September 2022, at which point Prince William inherited the title of Duke of Cornwall. With this transition, a new era of leadership began, and Prince William swiftly introduced changes reflecting his management style, marked by increased efficiency and reduced reliance on family members within royal operations. Reports indicate that Prince William chose not to renew Annabel's contract for the 2023 to 2024 period. Sources suggest that this decision was not a reflection of her performance, but rather an acknowledgement that her mentorship had sufficiently equipped the Duchy personnel with the necessary expertise. The Telegraph reported that Annabel's dismissal signals a significant break from the financial and operational strategies implemented by King Charles during his tenure. Annabel's exit from the Duchy payroll has sparked debate within royal circles, given her long-standing contributions and close connection to Queen Camilla. Over the past 2 decades, she played a pivotal role in modernising the Duchy's holiday residences, earning hundreds of thousands of pounds through her efforts. Her knowledge of interior design and her refined aesthetic sense significantly enhanced the estate's appeal. Beyond professional ties, Annabel and Camilla share a strong personal bond, often seen together at public events such as Wimbledon. Annabel even played a key role in Camilla's coronation in May 2023, acting as a coronation attendant alongside other relatives. Given this deep familial connection, the decision to remove her from the payroll is seen as a substantial shift in the dynamics of the royal household. Some speculate that Prince William's approach reflects his commitment to transparency and modern financial management, as he is known for his stance on paying income tax on his earnings, unlike his father's earlier practices. His leadership signals a more contemporary and business-oriented perspective on the management of royal assets, reinforcing his desire to distinguish his tenure from that of King Charles. While Queen Camilla is reportedly unsettled by this decision, it remains to be seen how these changes will shape the future of the Duchy.
It is funded by 3 main revenue streams: the sovereign grant
and the broader royal family's financial strategies. Prince William's choice to part ways with Annabel Elliot stands as a defining moment, illustrating his intent to forge his own path and move beyond traditional dependencies within the monarchy. Prince William's decision to remove Annabel Elliot from her role managing the Duchy of Cornwall marks a significant turning point in the estate's management framework. This move signals a shift in leadership priorities, sparking discussions about its broader impact. With Annabelle's departure, concerns have arisen regarding the future direction of property management, as her expertise in interior design has been widely recognised for enhancing both the functionality and aesthetic appeal of various duchy properties. The effects of this decision extend beyond the administrative realm, deeply impacting Queen Camilla. Reports suggest that she has been visibly distressed, with her emotional response highlighting the profound bond she shares with her sister. Annabelle's contributions to the duchy were not only professional but also personal, making her departure an emotional moment for the royal family. Furthermore, this change has the potential to influence the dynamics within the royal household. With Annabelle no longer overseeing estate matters, the management and visual quality of the duchy's properties may see a transition that could lead to tensions among key members of the royal family. As Prince William asserts his leadership, his choice to implement changes reflects his commitment to modernising financial practices and promoting transparency. Recent financial reports from the Duchy of Cornwall indicate that withholding compensation from Annabelle Elliot is part of a larger effort to reassess and streamline expenditures. These financial reforms align with Prince William's vision of ensuring the duchy's long-term stability while adapting to contemporary societal expectations. While Prince William's decision cannot be directly linked to the legacy of his late mother, some observers have drawn parallels to past experiences that deeply affected Queen Camilla. This move, though strategic, carries emotional weight within the family, adding another layer to the evolving royal landscape. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, click on the next video displayed on your screen.